Hello and welcome to Autism Talk. Glad you made it again to watch another video of mine. Also, keep in mind, I do have a friend, a program that I am so interested in, edventures123.com. Make sure you go and check out that website. And if you want your children to learn outside the classroom, hands-on, interactive, participating with some learning, I advise you to go to edventures123.com. And there, your child will be provided with loads and loads of fun while they're learning. Okay, thank you. And today, I believe I'm going to give a little more in-depth information or some more information about ITPs, the individual transition plan. I want to make sure that you understand and you know what's in an ITP or an individual transition plan. I just want to go over something briefly. I want to make sure I focus on the goals that are set for them. You know, what are the post-secondary goals, what that means, what that is. Um, what are some activities that will be assigned for goals to help with those goals, those post-secondary goals. And then I want to share some community links for ITPs, like some assistance that you can get within the community that can help with some of these post transition secondary goals. Okay. So for starters, I want to start off with what are post-secondary goals. And I'm just going to read this little brief thing. I think it says it really good in a nutshell. The school provides transition services, okay, that support the student in achieving their post-secondary goals. Now, post-secondary goals are goals that a student hopes to achieve after leaving high school, such as going to college, attending vocational training programs, getting a job, or living independently. The IEP team must include post-secondary goals in the student's ITP, the individual transition plan, in the areas of education, training, employment, and if appropriate, independent living skills. So I want to focus on the college part, the vocational training program. So there are goals that will be set to prepare them for the college portion, or their goals attending a vocational training, or even getting a job, or living independently. There will be goals that will be set for the child to try to reach that their post-secondary goal. All right. So let's say for attending college, your child decides that they want to attend college. So what the school will do from middle school to high school, they're going to set an ITP, a post-secondary goal for that student that would gear them towards college. So some activities or something that will be set in place would be, you know, maybe looking up different schools that they're interested in. What type of subjects would they be interested in? Names of some schools, some colleges. Do they want to attend a university, a Cal State, a community college, like giving them the choices and options of college. So start to share information with them about college, okay? Also, if they were attending a vocational training program, also having the child look up different vocations, the specific vocation that they're looking for, and looking for schools that have those programs, or training centers that have those programs, and what skills are needed for that particular program or that training, so that we can goals can be set so they can have those skills that are needed once they get to that vocational training program. So let's say they want to get a job, you know, so we'll help them with setting goals like filling out an application, getting a student, getting an ID, the state ID, or getting a bank account, things that would gear towards getting a job, making sure they have a social security card number, things like that. So those will be different goals that will be set to try to obtain the final goal in the end. Let's say the child or the student wants to live independently, and it's possible for them to live independently. Then we'll try to set some goals that would accomplish them or move them towards the path of living independently. Something that may be sorting clothes, buying groceries, making a grocery list, identifying the public transportation in the area, identifying if they need a bus pass or, things like that. So how they will move around independently and be able to take care of themselves by living independently, looking and see how much things cost, how much an apartment may cost, just giving them, exposing them to those things so that they can be prepared for that post-secondary goal. So those would be some things that would um, support the post-secondary goals, or some goals that would probably, help out. And in trying to make those, trying to have the student reach that post-secondary goal, there will be activities that will be in place that would help them reach those goals. So like I was giving you examples of some of the goals maybe, there would be activities that would actually come along with that. Those will be some transition activities, and these activities are set for, or activities that are designed to help the student meet the post-secondary goals written in the ITP. Transition activities may include some classroom or small group instruction. It might be some field trips. It might be employment preparation. It could be daily living skills and some related services such as occupational or physical therapy. People that are responsible for helping the student complete these activities may include the teacher, the parents, family, the student, and other staff members that may be, may take a part in making sure the child meets their goals or complete the activities. Sometimes community agencies are involved in providing transition activities also. So like some activities that would probably be in place in a classroom or small group, they might have to do a store. Let's say that classroom has a store operating in the classroom. So they're learning how to deal with money. They're learning how to keep record. They're learning how to, it depends on how in-depth the activity is going, and what they're learning about, the world, their goals, being independent, how to do banking. Employment preparation would be, filling out job applications or looking for particular jobs that you're interested in, looking to how to look for a job. So those would be different activities, or even doing a report on an occupation or a career that the student may be interested in. So they're gathering information about a particular occupation that they're interested in, or several, okay? Some other activities that might be some examples of activities, maybe some daily living activities, showing them how to sort clothes, how to wash, or doing some videos of how to wash clothes, how to separate the clothes, what should be washed in cold, what should be washed in warm or hot, what laundry detergent to use, how to use the washing machine, things like that. Or grocery stores are doing a grocery list, going shopping. They may have take the sales papers from the different grocery stores and create a grocery list and add it up and see how much they're going to spend, or how much they saved from that, using the sales papers or using coupons, things like that. So these would be different activities that could be in place in the classroom or in a small group to help the child meet their ITP goal, their transition goals. And the teacher or parent or whomever is involved can take them on field trips, actually take them out into the community and see what's going on, taking them to field trips that's dealing with the occupation that they're interested in, or how to use public transportation, or seeing how things operate, the post office, the police department, showing them different things in their area and where things are, coming up with an emergency plan and how to contact the emergency plan, the people on the emergency plan, what happens in case of an emergency. So there'll be different activities that would address these things. They may even do some role playing in the classroom in a small group or a whole class with in case of an emergency, how to ride the bus, how to cross the street. I mean, whatever the goal may be, there would be activities created for that. Okay. Maybe even, have employment. I recall an activity that I used to do in the classroom. I actually had the children sign in as if they were checking into work, and everybody had a job for the day. And at the end of the month, I believe it was either the week, I think it was every 2 weeks, then they got a paycheck. And so it was like they were actually employed, and then they had to do their jobs and they had to earn their money. And then at the end of the month, I would do a store, and then they could buy things from the store from what they've earned throughout through the month. So, those are employment activities, things like that. So there's different kinds of activities that will be created for the student to make sure that they reach those goals. And also keep in mind, the family is a part of, is responsible for them meeting those goals also. So the family and parents can actually add on to that by doing things at the house when they take the child to the grocery store, having them create a list. And then when they go, they, go shopping for the groceries they have on their list. And, what is it preparing? Is it if it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, how much it's going to cost? Different things like that, how to actually go through, go to the store, grab the basket, go down, find what you're looking for, put it in the shopping cart, things like that, and take it to the cashier and have the cashier ring it up. So all those experiences and activities are things that can be, shared also with the family and parents. Okay. A lot of times, sometimes the counselors or other school staff members will be the counselors or the administrators or the DOTS teacher. They may have activities where they're actually can be employed. They can find them a temporary job or a part-time job, and they're employed and they actually receive paychecks and things like that from the different stores in the community. So there are lots of different activities to help meet those post-secondary goals. Now I'm going to go into some of the community links that we have. There are several local agencies that help students with disabilities and their families to receive transition services. And those are the Department of Rehabilitation, so look at that, regional centers, social service agencies, institutions of higher learning, such as community colleges. They have a disability or an office for students with disabilities. The health and mental health agencies, and some community-based organizations. You might find some things, that just deal specifically with students with disabilities or people with disabilities, and they also help with transition services. Okay. I hope this video helped you out a lot. I hope it was meaningful information. I believe so. And I thank you for your time. I thank you for coming and sharing with me. I thank you for sharing my YouTube channel. Continue to share. Remember, don't forget about edventure123.com. That's learning outside the classroom and hands-on participation. Those are those field trips. Yes. So thank you so very much. Have a great day.